Hello, welcome to training F3 Gasitaly Professional Software. Today you will see professional version of F3. Let's start. Now we are not connected to the car, so we are not able to see auto-tuning menu functions. So we will start with the mapping menu. As you see, there is a button. This button shows us extra functions. With the red color box, these are the professional functions. Look here. After you press this button, these boxes will be appear. The first menu is change axis. I'm taking the box here for you. Okay. From here, the RPM, it starts with 500 to 6000, and these are the injection times of petrol. It starts 1.5 to 20. If your car RPM is over 6000, and also if your car has a turbo, so petrol injection time will be over 20 milliseconds. In this case, you should increase your petrol injection times and also RPMs. For example, if you want to increase your petrol injection time, there is the maximum value. It is now 23. For RPM, if you want to increase your RPM value, in this box, now it is maximum 7500. You can, after you change the values, you can save and exit, or if you want to back the default values, you can switch this button, or if you want to erase your change, you should cancel from this button. This is so important. You should make a equal value with software and your car. For example, I will give an example for one calibration. In this box, the maximum value, it is 20 milliseconds. While you are on the road, if you reach over 20 millisecond petrol injection time, there will be the red boxes. These red boxes, it will be over 20 milliseconds. So you should give away what to do if the red boxes reach over 20 milliseconds. That's why change axis menu is so important. Please first check your car's maximum petrol injection time and the RPM, then make these changes in the software according to your car's functions. The other important menu is the line convention. Line conversion, it seems yes. So you can see This is the line menu. It is asking to us enable sampling. We say it is yes. In this line map, it starts from 0.2 to maximum 2. It is the percentage, and this is the injection times from 0 to 24. This red line shows us the map. Here you will see idling position of the car. In case of you increase the line, first you should decide in which position you need to increase. Then you will make an action. For example, if you want to increase this red line, first you should, let's see here, after you press this button, it is moving to another box, as you see. Or if you want to change the position of here, you can make it so. Oopsie. Or if you want to increase, if you want to move this box to this box, you can make it with this button. Or if you want to change all the line together, you can make it with these buttons. If you press here, look, now we are in 0.8. It is the manifold pressure. You can increase. Or if you decided to erase gas samples, you can click here. Or if you want to erase petrol samples, you can click here. If you want to reset the line, you can reset all the line by this button. If you want to restore the map, you can restore with this button. Or if you decided to convert to normal map, you can press here. Now it says sampling enabled. We should press this button. There is another function, is sampling delay milliseconds. It is the default the value. It is 1000. You can check the whip sampling by clicking this button. Suggested tuning now is not working because we are not connected to the car. If you want to lock the patrol, you can click here. While you are making this test on the way, there will be the sounds by the computer. If you make it off, you should click this button. Okay, this is the line map. It is our second map. If you want to use this map, you should make the test while you are on the road. But normally we are using this normal map. To get back the normal map, convert to map function, you will press, and then it will ask to us, tuning line will be converted to map. Do you want to proceed? Yes. After you pressed the line, you see the normal map. There is another one is the restore line. After you pressed restore line, it will again pull back again to restore map values. And in this case, when you click this button, it shows us the yellow boxes, which is with the high RPMs or with the high conditions. You don't need to change anything after you press this button. It is just the tracking. Another menu is map adaptivity. I am making it off. As you see now, there are no boxes. After you press again, you see these are the professional functions of the F3 software. Stability and tolerance is it is with the OBD functions. For example, if you make the OBD stability like normal, so OBD adaptivity will work in normal way. But if you click too fast, so you will increase your adaptivity speed. Normally, we offer you to choose normal stability while you are on the road. Another function of the OBD is tolerance. As you see, it is our red ball, and this red ball is in green position. So if you make the tolerance like normal, as you see, this green area is getting smaller. If you make it narrow, as you see, now it is more smaller than before. We offer you to choose normal tolerance. There is another function is the maximum value. It has same logic with tolerance, but you can see the function of this box while you are on the road. There is the time adaptivity function. For example, if you choose 5, it means our adaptivity, our OBD adaptivity will continue to work during 5 hours. After 5 hours, it will stop. So we are always choosing time adaptivity. There is the target, it is like a millisecond. If you make it normal, so your OBD function will try to get the normal value. But if you choose the lean, so all the time your OBD adaptivity correction will try to get the lean mixture. Okay, now is the gas petrol function. As you see, now there is no function with the red box. After I pressed, you see there is the idle management, there is the power management, and cutoff mixture drain petrol switch at high RPM. So if you choose petrol steady or return only, when this function is active, this signal box, it will appear with a color. It means your change is working. There is another function in firing order menu. It is syslink. What is it for? For example, if you install Toyota Dual VVTi engines, you will use 1, 2 or 3 cycles. It means it is injection in advanced mode. So if you install this kind of dual VVTi engines, you can use this function. Now is the order 1, 2, 3, 4. If you make it 2, so it will inject the gas in advanced mode. Okay. After you pressed professional button, you will see the red boxes again. In this professional line, you can see reducer temperature compensation and gas temperature compensation and gas pressure compensation. In the background, these functions are working automatically. But if you want that these functions shouldn't work, so you can make it off. What are these functions for? For example, when you start your engine in the cold weather or with the cold temperature, your reducer temperature compensation is working due to reducer temperature. So when your temperature is increasing, it is also increasing the fuel mixture. These functions are working with the same mentality, reducer temperature compensation. Here you see acceleration gas increase and decrease. For example, if you install like a group injection engines, you can increase and decrease the mixture from here. While you first press the gas, if you feel that the fuel is rich, so you can increase or decrease the mixture. Activation speed and disposal speed is working with the same logic. So if you install like a group engines, you can try these functions due to car position until you get the optimum fuel mixture. So you should stay in this position. There is the small time injection petrol compensation. After you decided to use these functions and still you didn't get the optimum fuel mixture, then you can try small time injection petrol compensation, minimum and the maximum. Here you see gas pressure centering. While you are in the gas mode, normally for 4 cylinders cars without turbo, we set the pressure, it is about 1 or 1.1 bar. But if your engine with high RPMs, or if your engine has a turbo, so you can increase the gas pressure in the reducer. After you increase the gas pressure in the reducer, so you can recalculate the gas pressure compensation button here. After you pressed, so it will take the real gas pressure value from here. It is so important. There is the OBD adaptivity. Let's check. After you connect the OBD, you can see the with red boxes professional functions. There is the stability, fast, normal and slow. We usually choose the stability with the normal mode. Again, it is working with the same way like if you calculated OBD trims average. When you change here, the green area is being larger. And the tolerance, now it is getting bigger. The other value is the maximum value, is like a percentage. If you choose high, you can see the numbers here. So you can again change the green area position. Time adaptivity, we choose always. It means always time adaptivity function will work. What is our target in OBD adaptivity function? Our target is to catch 0. It means 0 is our optimum position. So if you make it 10, so our OBD adaptivity function every time will try to get this red ball into this 10 position. But always we are choosing 0 in the percentage of target. There is the erase mil on K on. If you decide to erase the errors after you make the K on in the engine, so you can check here. Or if you want to erase the errors in the car, so you can make it K off, or the permanent erase errors. Now we are not connected to the car, so you are not able to change this function. After you connected to the car, you can also check the selective errors, erase, and switch to petrol on OBD error. These functions are optional, and to use this function, it is up to you. there is another function, it is configuration. Again, I am in the professional mode and I see minimum injection time of injectors. You can decrease the minimum injection time of injectors. It means there is already injectors drivers in the software, and they are defined by minimum and the maximum injection times. So if you are sure the injectors that you are using in the installation, if it is not in the right value with the software, so you can change by your experience. But first, please be sure that your minimum injection time, that is your defined again, should be the real value. The another function is services. If you click here, services functions will be active. And for the monofuel, as you see, after you check the button, it says enabling monofuel will prevent the vehicle to run on petrol, and many parameters will be modified in order to make this feature work properly. Do you really want to continue? It is up to you, okay or cancel. Normally we don't need to use this monofuel function. There is emergency start. It means if your car has a problem with the petrol system, so you can start first with the gas system. You can make a timer here. It is remaining emergency, so 5 times it is allowed to start on gas directly. After this timer is over, you can reset it with this function. There is another change over temperature. When the reducer temperature is switching, when the reducer temperature is reaching over 35, it means your car is ready to switch to gas. The other functions is changeover delay. It is like a second. After you reach 35 seconds, so there is the delay times. You can make it 5. After 5 seconds waiting, you can switch to gas. To use this function, it is up to your experience. You will decide to use. Gas start hot engine. You can use this function if your engine is already hot and the temperature of the gas, if it is over 60, so you can directly start with the gas. There is overlap cycles, sequential cycles, and starting petrol cycles. These functions are important to use in advanced gas injection mode for dual VBTI. If you want to inject the gas in advanced mode, first you should change the firing order, and then you have to make overlap cycles. It is 0. As you see, it is the default. Overlap cycles is 1. So according to your installation, you can change these overlap, sequential, and starting petrol cycles. Again, I need to say why you need to change these functions. They are according to changing firing order and advanced injection gas mode. There is the sensors. Usually we are using pressure threshold bar, it is 0.5. Please, normally we don't need to change this function, but if you want, the car should switch from gas to petrol when the gas is finished. You can change here. Default value it is 0.5 bar. Time below threshold it is like a second. It means when the pressure threshold it is below 0.5 bar, so our ECU, gas ECU, is checking the pressure threshold bar like 0.5 bar, and then it is waiting like 1 second, then it is backing to petrol. There is another lambda functions. If you want to emulate the lambda, you can use this emulation output. First, you should connect the car, and then you can use this emulation lambda output. There is another function is the errors page. This errors page shows us in case of any problem, it is giving way to solve the problem. The status of the gas, it is as you see, if the gas injector is recording a problem, so it says switch petrol is enabled. But you can change these functions, it is up to you. Gas injectors, reducer pressures, intake manifold pressures, water temperature corrections, gas temperature corrections, supply voltage, lock-off reducer, lock-off tank, and the others as you see. So you can change all these functions. In diagnosis page, there is no professional functions. In injectors menu is the same. In info menu, there is just protect ECU access with password. After you click this button, you can insert an 8-character password to lock the ECU. Only letters and numbers allowed. To use this function, it is up to you. We explained this logger menu in normal mode. It is taking all informations to our scope function. It is saving petrol injection times, gas injection times, gas pressure, intake manifold pressure, lambda, supply voltage, water temperature, and gas temperature. After you saved all these values into your computer, then you can check the reason of the problem or just check. There is file management function. You can save the file to your computer, and then you can upload the file that you saved before from the ECU. We finished pro functions of F3 Gasitaly software. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.